Inside an aeroplane, anything can happen literally. It can be blackmailing, hijack, love, or even snakes can attack. But as we know, this happen usually in movies, and yes, in some worst case scenarios, hijacks have been happened. Today, I will take you to those hidden gem flight movies that will give you butterflies in the stomach. So without further ado, let's get started.
मीटर है।
Passengers and crew aboard a Chinese airline start to panic when the windshield shatters shortly after takeoff. As the temperature plummets and people lose consciousness, the strong-willed captain does whatever he can to land the plane safely. The movie's primary assets are awesome visuals, evidently improved with decent CGI effects and the action sequence which will certainly keep the viewers on the edge of the seats. However, some should prepare for a little doses of cliches and pathos. Apart from that, the captain will keep you entertained from beginning to the end. Red Eye begins almost like a setup for a romantic comedy, with young, reserved hotel manager Lisa meeting handsome, charming stranger Jackson at Dallas airport check-in. The not quite coincidental occurrences continue when Lisa and Jackson end up seated next to each other on the flight. Once taken off, Lisa's fear of flying and turbulence-ridden flight becomes the least of her problems, when Jackson gives her an abrupt and horrifying ultimatum. The movie benefits a lot because of the talented cast. They both are so believable in their respective roles. Although the film becomes a bit cheesy towards the end, I would say most of the part is pretty solid and easily watchable film, and much of it is because of the crisp runtime. Airplane engineer Kyle is heading home from Germany to New York on a double-decker to bury her husband. But 3 hours into the flight, she awakens to find her young daughter missing. And the entire flight crew, including Captain Rich and Air Marshal Carson, claims that the child was never on board. Determined to find her daughter, Kyle searches the limited space of the plane, all the while trying to maintain her sanity. This story is crammed with puzzles, twists and turns that are also an extremely emotional journey of a mother and daughter in a single contained environment. The film is intense and the performance, as you would expect from this kind of cast, are absolutely stellar. The movie's concept is cool, the execution is taut and filled with suspense, but the resolution is horribly flawed. This movie may not shock you intensely, but still, it's a worth watching flick in the aeroplane genre. The alcoholic and world-weary US Air Marshal Bill Marks lost his passion for his work long ago. Even though lives are potentially at stake during every flight, he sees the assignment as just a desk job. However, his ordinary day at the office becomes a high-stakes crisis during a flight to London. Marx receives a series of text messages demanding that he instruct the airline to transfer 150 million into an offshore account, or a passenger will die every 20 minutes. Well, there are several standout scenes. The hand-to-hand combat sequence in one of the toilets in the plane, shot from multiple angles, is particularly harrowing. The good part is the narrative successfully keeps you guessing about who is the perpetrator really is. In short, Non-Stop is an intense thriller-minute action ride that won't let go of the grip it has on you till the end.
Give me that.
What are you doing?
As the name suggests, on September 11, 2001, terrorists seized control of United Airlines Flight 93 and 3 other planes. As realization of the imminent horror dawns on passengers, crew and loved ones on the ground, the courageous acts by those held hostage in the air count down in actual time. Actually, we don't see any familiar face in this movie because director Paul makes a deliberate effort to stay away from recognizable actors, and there is no attempt to portray the passengers or terrorists as people with histories. United 93 is incomparably most powerful because it depicts all of its characters as people trapped in an inexorable progress towards tragedy. The movie contains no politics, no theory, no personal chit-chat, and no patriotic speeches. You can blindly give it a try with this hidden gem flick. So, if you'd like to know more hidden gem movies, then please stay tuned to our channel and do follow our Instagram page for more updates. Thank you.